So what's up, guys? This is Robert, and it is time to take action. Today is Thursday. It's the day after Christmas, and we are back at it again. No time for vacation at this point. So we're back here in Clinton, and the guys have already begun to put the shingles on the roof. So I'm gonna let you see how it's coming along. Step over here in the neighbor's yard so we can get a good view. And there you have it. They've begun the first stage of putting the shingles on the roof. And while they are doing that, then I'm going to be headed over to a new location. This is a new potential client, and he has been looking at our videos and wants me to come and take a look at his house. And I'm walking around this side so you can see they've got the shingles all lined up at the top. So we are back at it. We're going to put this house back together so the owner can finally get it on the market. So come along with me as we head on to Lawrence. These are some very small towns. Lawrence is approximately 10 minutes past Clinton.
5 minutes later.
So we have now arrived in the town of Lawrence. Some people call it city, but when it's this small, I actually call it a town. They have a Ford dealership, and of course, just about every town you go in has a Chick-fil-A and a Burger King and a McDonald's and a Walmart. So this is 221, which is the Greenwood Highway, and we are not far from our destiny.
A few minutes later.
And folks, we have arrived. So as you see this house, it is on a steep hill, and your average large vehicle is not going to climb that hill. I'm in a very big van, and I'm not going to attempt to climb that hill. I tried the other day when I came by to take a quick look and discovered that I can back up this hill but could not pull up forward. So come along, let's take a look at it. So guys, come on inside and let's take a look at what we have here. So this area is the living room. They have put in an LBL to give this more of an open concept. So as we look at this, we see that all the insulation has to be redone. All of these millions of screws have all got to be taken out in order to put in new sheetrock. So there used to be paneling here, and they have had someone come in and do the wiring. So at a first glance, when I first walk into this living room, it brings you back to, there's a closet behind the door. an old coat closet. And you don't find houses that often with a coat closet behind the door. Times have changed. What I would do with that closet is I would wall that up and open it up from the other side to give that bedroom more closet space. And as we get in there, then I'll show you what I'm talking about. But let's start here in the open concept area, because that's what it has become. So the garage, where it used to be the garage, we'll head there shortly, has been turned into a master suite. Has the makings of a master suite. And you have a big window that brings in a lot of light. Okay. And this window is a slider. Over here, once upon a time, as you can see there, the washer used to be in the bathroom. And they have a double wall here that looked like when the person wired it right into it. And what needs to be done here, because there's a bathtub on the other side there, instead of trying to create a big double wire, what I would do with this is I would take this down and I would stud between the bathroom and the kitchen here with 2x6s. That will allow for your plumbing to go in the wall. You don't lose 12 inches of valuable space. That will allow all your kitchen sink plumbing and everything to be in that 6-inch cavity. And of course, as you see, all of this has got to be replumbed. I would not use PVC. I personally prefer PEX. It makes out for a cleaner job. You guys tell me what you think. But by doing that, that gives you a little bit more space. It makes it look just a little bit more cleaner. Whoever did the electrical did a really pretty good job. Just a few minor things that I probably would have done differently, but on the most part, he did do a good job. When you have a big open space like this, you know, you have one light right there and one light over in the center over there. I would put in the recessed look. It doesn't have to be recessed lighting. They make an alternative that gives you a nicer, cleaner look, gives you more brightness, and makes you look a little bit more modern. But overall, it is a good job. Just a little bit more framing and stuff like that needs to be done. The floors have definitely got some work on them to be done. They still have the old vinyl. The plywood is soft in some spots. So I definitely look like he has the stack of subflooring, but this looks like it's planning to go into here. This is going to be the new master suite. So we're going to be careful. We're walking on the joist. This area is where the master bedroom is going to change to. And if you look at this, and this is the first time that I ever seen someone do this. They have made a big closet here, and they put a window in the closet. Not a good idea. because now that takes away from your clothes racks and everything else that you want to put across and mount across. So that should not be there. If you're going to put a window here, that window needs to be on that wall. They have the electricity right here in the bedroom. I would have done that a little bit differently. I would have made that be less conspicuous. And very shortly here, I'll show you where I would have put that at. So in this area, from what it looks like to me, they've gotten prepared to put in a washer, dryer, stackable unit, because this is dryer hookup. So this would be for the washing machine. So your stackable will go here. Not a bad idea. On this side, looks like they're going to be putting in the bathroom with a shower. And I really am going to speak with the owner about the plans for this one. This is the old water heater, still in place, still full of water. So if this became the place for the washer and dryer over here, then we would make it so the dryer vents out and goes underneath and out and not waste space. But one thing, if you notice this door, it is right up against the wall. So by the time you run your sheetrock over to here, then what you have is your trim doesn't trim out right. And you really can't make the door any smaller because you need it to be that size for it to be able to get your furniture in and out. I would have shifted this wall back about 4 inches, 4 to 6 inches, and allowed more space for that. So that wasn't a very well thought out process. What another option could have been to where there could have been a door here in this spot that opened up for the stackable. Then that would have not made everything have to be in the master bedroom. So now we're headed down the hallway. And in the hallway, you have a small linen closet. And soon we're going to get to where I was telling you what I would have done differently for that little closet behind the door. As a matter of fact, we'll head that way. This is the hallway right here. And this area has 3 bedrooms also. This is a closet that is in the hallway, and this is the spot where the furnace used to be. So now this can become the spot for your HVAC, unit. And literally they could have put the HVAC unit here and put a return up underneath here. Put a shorter door, like in some of the more modern houses that I've remodeled. They have the return that comes through the floor right here, and it vents out right here in the front. And then you have a door, a shorter door that opened up with a unit that sits here. So if you come here, you see what you're going to have is a whole ton of wasted space. This has been framed out. You don't need all of that for HVAC. That's a lot of wasted space. Even to this spot right here, this is all wasted space. So if you come into the bathroom here, as you can tell, there used to be a washer dryer or washing machine, and from the pipe I see down there, that it must have had a dryer there or something. So this can make up for your normal bathroom. The floor, the subfloor needs to be repaired on this, and put in a new vanity. Go ahead and install the sheetrock. And this is a all-in-one bathtub, and they had trimmed it out with some window door trim. So I would reuse this bathtub, take this off, sheetrock it, and redo the plumbing. So whoever did it the first time, they put the shower head right here. So in your normal house, this is up here. Up here, let me point it where you can see it. But they put this right here. So as I'm 5'9", so that literally puts this thing right at my head. So if a tall person came in and wanted to do a shower, then they'd have to squat in order to do that shower, because it puts it way down. So that plan was not very well thought out. So you'd have to actually either have to keep it that way or come up with some type of plug to plug that. And I have a good idea how to do it. And we could plug that and raise that up. So this was the original master that you came into. It also has a slider window. And from what things look like, the windows, this is a metal window. I would replace it, but it all depends on the budget of what the homeowner has planned for it, just for the energy efficiency. Over here, you have this window has been worked on a few times, and it really does need to be replaced. I would put a new window there. This has a double door closet that you could, that's kind of in a little bit of a bad shape there, but you could get doors to put on this and keep that size closet for this area. I'm going to show you, I'm holding the camera wrong, but there's that window. There's your ceiling. See, all those screws and everything's got to be taken out. And on top of that, the roof to the ceiling has to be insulated. So there used to be a leak right there and right here, and unless that is covered up with something different, that will fail inspection in the state of South Carolina. They will call on it. You see that right there? Look how that's all peeling off. Same thing up there. So basically, if you walk on this, it may not be safe. Look like somebody put a roof on it anyway. Okay, so let's come on into this room. This is the next to the last room. This is the little room that I told you where I would have changed this closet. That closet right there, I would have closed that up right here, and I would have opened this up to give you a bigger closet here, I would have taken some of the space from this one, gave you a bigger linen closet to allow you space to put stuff. And it can be done pretty economically. So this window is also a slider. It is a single pane window. Yeah, it's a single pane window, but it needs a good cleaning, and you could get by with keeping that one. Same thing here. This is a little bedroom, and nice little closet. They put lights in each closet. Where they stuck that one in so the light will be facing this way. Still give you light. This little setup, it's a shower setup. So I'm assuming that they had this plan for the master bedroom. Kind of what it looks like. Hopefully all the parts are there. Got some issues. Got light coming in. Insulation needs to be done. We took us a good measurement of the house already, and show you what our measurements look like. This is going to allow us to see how much sheetrock needs to be done, how much flooring needs to be done. So we coming outside. Let's come out here and get a look at what's going on. Wow. This is a very, very unusual setup for a backyard. I guess if I were the owner that was going to live in this house, I would definitely hire me an excavating company to come here and dig this out. Just level this down, build a retainer wall back there, and go that route. Because when all that runs downhill, I'm sure that it's running up underneath the house. So there's a gas tank here, gas meter. And this line is going right in the center of that cavity. That really needs to be changed. You got issues right here. Sorry for putting my finger over the camera. Okay. Needs a paint job. Both those windows look terrible. I'm going to measure those. They look like 36 by 36s. And Lowe's carry a 36 by 36 slider. So this needs to be repaired right here. This is the area where you could see in. And this stuff is swollen in places. So it's going to need some work on the outside. Wow, look at the root system in that tree. Definitely not a good deal. So now you have the front porch, and the root system has made havoc with that. That's what has happened there. I would do away with it. I would come out here and I would build a deck style porch to maybe come out to this sidewalk here and come over this way. This, I would take this window out, I would stud this up, and I'd go find brick and maybe even clean up some of those if they don't break up, and brick this across here, at least to make it look like the front, to make it look that way all the way across, and remove these 2x6s so this can turn into a wall. I'm sure that it's going to be a budget restraint because houses like this definitely can sink up some money. That's been repaired right there, and somebody really did not do a good job. We'll zone in on that right there. You see that? So this is the electrical. So folks, I wanted you guys all to see this is kind of how we, look at a project, and we're not even 100% positive that we're going to get this project because the owner and I have to make sure that we are a good fit for each other. But I wanted to bring you along and let you see some of the things before they ever get started, because we never get to shoot videos like this. Can turn out to be a very nice looking house, but it does need some work. Definitely needs some work. So stay tuned. I'll keep you informed and let you know what happened. See you on the next one.